Solana and Bonk, this is your last chance before the real altcoin season begins. My name is mikemadz. Let's start this video. Before I start the video, please do me a huge favor. As always, please comment, subscribe, like, all that kind of good stuff. And today I have a goodie for you. I have a new partnership here with BingX. For the first 100 people, you get a $100 bonus. So check out the link below. Let's start. All right, let's stop wasting time. Let's jump straight into it. I want to cover Solana and Bonk today. Is Solana still winning? Is Solana something you should still bet on in this cycle? Is a 500 to 1,000 price prediction actually possible? Is it realistic? Is it something you should aim for? The price action of Bonk here, the current price action, and where we might be heading here in the short term. Is Bonk still relevant? Should you sell it? Or should you actually double down here, especially when the price is moving down? And one, unfortunately, huge mistake most crypto investors do, which leads them to be absolutely wrecked here, especially in the next couple months. So a mistake you should avoid at all costs. All right, starting off with Solana here. Is Solana still winning? And take a look at the metrics here. First things first, the transactions, as you can clearly see straight up, most of the transactions are happening on Solana this cycle. Why is that? First of all, memes are being traded on Solana like crazy. And now new meta, also celebrity coins are growing on Solana slowly but surely. Why is that? The most important question you need to ask yourself is, why is Solana being chosen as a blockchain where all the activity happens this cycle? So something you should not sleep on. Like or hate Solana, this is an undeniable fact here. The most of the action is happening on Solana this cycle. Now I'm also very bullish on Base, of course, as you might know, but Base is at the beginning stages here and has a lot of catch up to do. I still think this gap here will close here in the later stages of this year, but for now Solana dominating that space. And in my opinion, this is simply happening because Solana is cheap, Solana is fast, and Solana had first movers advantage here as Base got only recently super cheap. So let's see how this develops. Now, next thing up, we have Jupiter here, the DEX on Solana. Solana-based Jupiter exchange continues to dominate as the leading aggregator across all chains. So even aggregator volume, guys, Solana is dominating with a market share of 72%. Super impressive. And a 24-hour trading volume of $1.3 billion compared to 1inch here at place number 2 with $300 million. So even in that space, Jupiter absolutely dominating here, and I'm actually super bullish on the Jupe token itself. And next thing up, we have, of course, the 24-hour trading volume. Again, guys, Solana showing extreme strength here at that space with $2.8 billion of trading volume, even at bearish times like we are in right now, dominating over Ethereum here with only $1.8 billion. Now keep in mind, guys, of course, trading volume of Ethereum is also trickling down in layer 2s. So not the best comparison, but a one-on-one comparison from Solana to Ethereum simply shows you Solana is undervalued here relative to its market cap and should have lots of room to grow here in this cycle. Next thing up, we have updates for Solana as we love it, on the go. Solana being updated super fast here, always working on improving itself. And with the recent update here of 1.18, most validators already upgraded here to this version. Super important as this update takes care of the failed transactions and all this transaction drama we had recently. And this is exactly why I love Solana here. Super fast progress, of course, with hiccups along the way, but this exactly allows the chain to improve at a super fast pace. And as we all know, the crypto space is evolving pretty fast here. So if your blockchain is not taking care of those things in a fast manner, taking its time to develop and improving itself, the blockchain will most probably be extinct here and not survive multiple cycles. Super important in the crypto space. Take a look at the TPS here, transactions per second, and you have to keep in mind those are true TPS, so not on testnet, not on blockchains where there's no real volume or no real activity here claiming to have millions of TPS. Okay, so little side note here, Solana here pushing 2K true TPS since the recent update, and Mert here with his recent prediction, optimistic guess, we break 10K TPS by new year. Keep in mind, this is all pre-Fire Dancer, which will push TPS here to the next level here. Next thing up, we have BlackRock here. BlackRock apparently, big rumor, guys. It's just a rumor. Most probably it's not true, but it is definitely a possibility here. Big rumor, breaking news, BlackRock to apply for the Sol ETF next month. Now, is this possible, guys? I will answer this way. If there is money to be made with those ETFs, of course it's possible. And logically, if the ETH ETF got approved, there's no reason for the Solana ETF not to be approved. But in my personal opinion, all we need is time here. It might take longer than that. Next month is crazy optimistic. It might be next year, somewhere around next year. But is it a possibility? It's definitely a possibility. And this would be a huge move for Solana here, differentiating itself for only being a meme coin blockchain here to a real world asset here with real value. Of course, tech-wise, Solana has real value, no question about that. But currently Solana is getting into that space where Solana is only being used as a meme casino blockchain, which I personally don't like and I don't agree with. This would make a huge difference here. And of course, liquidity wise, this would be absolutely crazy for Solana. So is it possible? Definitely possible. I still expect it here, but most probably next year. But of course, I can be wrong and we might be in for a huge surprise here next month. All right, so metric wise, everything is looking absolutely brilliant for Solana here. So is a $500 to $1,000 price prediction possible? To answer that question, let's take a look at the Solana to Bitcoin pair. Why is that important? Because I will show you shortly. Most altcoins are getting absolutely wrecked here, comparing it to Bitcoin, which is super important because you don't want to take on more risk here just because you like the coin without having the excess returns in your advantage. Now, taking a look at Solana Bitcoin, as you can clearly see, of course, in the bear market, Solana bled against Bitcoin. In the bear market, almost all altcoins bleed against Bitcoin, absolutely normal. As you can clearly see here, since late last year, Solana absolutely dominating here against Bitcoin. Now, of course, we have a phase here of a couple months where we are consolidating against Bitcoin here, basically moving sideways. And we have to see here if this thing holds here. Super important. If this thing doesn't hold here at the bull market support band, Solana at best is going to be an oscillator against Bitcoin. And we'll have to wait for the real alt season here for Solana to show some strength here. Now, taking a look at the price prediction here, is a $500 to $1,000 Solana possible? Guys, yes, it is possible. Not financial advice, of course. To reach the $500 mark here for Solana, all it takes is a 90% move here from the recent all-time high. And I want to remind you here, guys, with the recent move of Ethereum here, Ethereum moved more in a couple days than the entire market cap of Solana here. So just shows you guys, if things start to move, things can move absolutely parabolic, and there's still a lot of money here to be made in this space. And this is why I still think $500 is my base case for Solana, and my top price prediction is somewhere around the $1,000 mark. Now, of course, at this current times, guys, it's hard to say as most people are bearish, believe it or not. But this is exactly why it's important to choose winners, guys, as Solana is dominating here in this space. Take a look at DOT against Bitcoin. Absolutely terrible chart, guys. Straight up bleeding since basically years. It does not make sense, or didn't make any sense, to hold Polkadot here. As you can clearly see, even bleeding against Bitcoin. So this is Polkadot to Bitcoin. Then we have XRP against Bitcoin. XRP is an oscillator here. Now, of course, you have periods where certain altcoins outperform Bitcoin, but catching those periods is extremely hard or almost impossible. So XRP also bleeding heavily here against Bitcoin. Next thing up, we have Link, Chainlink. Many people like Chainlink. Many people see Chainlink as a blue chip crypto. Guys, Chainlink is getting absolutely wrecked here against Bitcoin. And we also have newer asset classes here. Aptos, a new, fairly new blockchain. Guys, getting absolutely wrecked. And this is why it's super important, guys, to keep your emotions out of it and to choose winners. Choose winning blockchains here, especially the cycle, in order to maximize your returns. So choose winners here like Solana. And of course, there are certain plays at the base ecosystem which I'm bullish on. But until now, you would have been better off being at either Solana or Bitcoin, period. All right, taking a brief look at Bonk here. And the first question is actually towards you guys. Are you still bullish on Bonk? Are you still holding or buying Bonk? Let me know down below. If this video gets 50 comments and 100 likes, I'll give $100 worth of Bonk here to one lucky winner. So let me know down below. Taking a look at the price action here, and especially the short-term price action, I would be very careful with altcoins, and I would be very careful with meme coins at this current stage, as we might have a final capitulation here before the alt season begins. And especially in the summer months, you have to be very careful buying too early here into those altcoins, as they can bleed heavily here in those months. So be careful. The best case scenario would be that we simply retest the bull market support band, which would only mean another 11% move to the downside here for Bonk. It would be the best case for Bonk. In my personal opinion, it would be smarter to wait for a trend reversal here before you buy any high risk altcoins here. Not financial advice. Taking a look at now what's next for Bonk, you have to keep in mind, guys, Bonk, yes, is a meme coin, but Bonk has over 600k holders. Bonk has 129 integrations, and Bonk is on 11 chains. So you have to keep in mind, Bonk is proving itself this cycle. While it's still a meme coin, it actually has crazy revenue here with BonkBot, and the Bonk team keeps shipping like crazy. So keep in mind, it's high risk, but the upside is also super attractive. And currently, Bonk is holding up, actually, believe it or not, pretty nicely here. Now taking a look at what you should do, what's the best thing to do right now with Bonk is to simply stake your Bonk, guys. Now keep in mind, don't stake it for 3 months or 6 months. That's too risky into crypto space. Just simply stake it for 1 month at a time. This way you can navigate accordingly. If there is a black swan, you can simply pull out. But the best thing right now to do is just to simply stake it, earn free Bonk, and see where this journey goes. At the end of the day, guys, Bonk shouldn't be a huge size of your portfolio, as it is simply high risk, guys. It is still high risk. I am bullish on Bonk, but it is simply a meme coin at the end of the day and shouldn't represent anything more than 10% of your portfolio. At max, in my personal opinion, 1 to 5% of your portfolio is where Bonk should be, not financial advice. Right, finishing up this video with the most important section in my personal opinion, and one mistake you should avoid at all costs, but unfortunately many people actually make that mistake, and that is trying to time the market. And the cost of trying to time the market is absolutely brutal, and especially in the crypto space. I know many people who try to trade this bull market, try to buy dips, go out at the top, etc. Guys, doing that is extremely hard. And I just want to remind you here of last cycle where even OGs got absolutely wrecked here trying to time the exact top. Now, of course, this also applies for trying to buy dips here where people go out at a certain level and just simply get left behind here by the next pump. Now, taking a look at that, if you are invested at all days here in the bull market, of course, you're going to be exposed to the upside and you can react accordingly. Missing the 60 best days sets you back like crazy in this space, guys. As you can clearly see, investment returns are 90% lower if the 60 best days in the market are missed. This just simply shows you, be in the market here in this bull phase, of course, not in the bear market. In the bull phase, just make sure you are exposed to the space here. Just make sure to be in the market in this bullish time, and then you can, of course, react accordingly and take profits accordingly. Don't try to time the market here. Don't try to play as an expert here just because you had 1 or 2 right calls. Super crucial mistake. This is why it's important to be in the market at the right time. And currently we are in a bull market, guys, believe it or not. We are in a bull market, and this is why it's important to be exposed to this asset class and to wait for the alt season and for the real mania phase to begin. Take a look at where we might be in this cycle, and Bob Lucas, the only TA guy I follow actually personally, this is where we might be. Of course, he might be wrong, as all traders might be wrong at certain stages, but I personally also lean in this direction. As I always said, the summer months can be brutal months, and we might chop here until August, until September, before we see the next move higher. Which means be prepared for it mentally, be prepared for more downside. If you want to de-risk a couple percent of your portfolio, that's personally fine. Which doesn't mean I believe the bull market is over. I personally don't think the bull market is over. We'll still have this final push up to the upside, and we'll still have the real alt season, which will come here later half of this year, in my personal opinion. At the end of the day, guys, do your own research, super important. Be bullish on yourself. That yields the most returns. And the most important thing is, as always, don't get wrecked.
God given up from blue tops like Mars Simpson, just hard discipline, pot simmering, cooking up, no rocks in the pan, watching the plan form in the sand, bidding castles out of thoughts in our head, late nights, no sleep in my bed, trying to see my dreams manifest.